The man with shoulder-length, dark blonde hair and edgy smile sat motionless in the shadows in a wooden bar chair, waiting. No one had really noticed him, but then he had made sure that they would not. Wearing a black suit and silk shirt, his white silk tie almost glowed. Leif suffered and realized he was a tad overdressed for the Roughneck Bar in Batavia, where several fistfights broke out on a nightly basis. Stabbings were not unheard of, and the police had had the place shut down for various violations in the past. Why, only in the past week, someone had been stabbed to death, right here. There had been shootings too, of course. But tonight, Sidewinders happened to be open, and its customers couldn't be happier, unless they were high on something other than liquor and weed. A smile crimped Leif's lips while he watched the blonde woman strut in from the street on 4-inch heels into the dank bar. They were blue to match her eyes. Not that anyone would notice this little detail, but he did. Their eyes met. He slid his eyes in the direction of the pool table closest to him. She gave him a small nod. Her smile broadened to reveal white teeth. Her fangs hadn't come out as yet. She always did have great control. It was one of the things Leif admired about Darla. Her control. That and her zeal for violence. All male eyes in the room were zeroed in on Darla like a heat-seeking missile. Who could blame them? Wearing a halter top and the shortest possible micro-mini, her heavily made-up eyes darted across the faces of 4 men who were playing pool. Conversation around the pool table had come to a halt. She had suddenly become the one and only highlight in their uneventful evening. She boldly eyed them right back. They noted she was by herself. A lone woman who walks into a bar, especially one of this ilk, was just asking for trouble. On top of it, she looked like a hooker. No matter what, it looked like their luck had changed quickly as she twitched her way toward them, her movements more pronounced. Looking hungry, her eyes became more cat-like as she licked her lips, like she might take a big hunk out of one of them. She stepped around their stilled bulks, wiggled her small ass with exaggeration, smiling and making eye contact with each one as she strutted by, sliding the fingers of one hand across the bumper of the table. Pausing next to the biggest one, she looked him up and down. He had the usual biker tats, a lot of skulls and spiders, and a skull logo displayed on his clothing. His hangover beer gut gave the impression he did more drinking than anything else. An ugly scar down the left cheek that interrupted the 2-week-old beard sprouting around his chin and jawline told the story of a guy who had seen a bar fight up close and personal. "Hello," she purred, then licked her rubied lips. "How's the game?"
"Oh, fine," the large man said. The others pumped their heads, chiming in agreeing noises. "In fact, I think it just got better." He and the others rumbled with knowing chuckles.
"Mind if I join you?"
she asked, her hand sliding up his sausage-sized fingers. "Not at all," the large one said, motioning toward the table. "Here, you can use my cue stick." He held it out to her, showing his more gentlemanly side, a wide grin to sell it.
"Thank you."
She took the cue stick from him, holding his gaze for a long 10 seconds. She fingered the tip with a red lacquered nail and returned his gaze.
"I know just what to do with it, too."